Hello class, I'm here to talk about the last problem for week 1, problem 8, chapter 15. Problem 8 is talking about weighted moving average. We do have the moving average, but we also can assign some weight to the values, which is just a percentage or a fraction. Instead of using the full values, you're using just a fraction of it. So for example, right here, if you think about it, these are called the unweighted ones because they're all 100%. We're using 100% of each value. Right here is telling you to use a weight of 1.5 for the most recent observation. It's telling you to refer again to that gasoline sales time that is found on table 15.1 that I use it here once again, and to do a weight of half for the most recent observation, 1/3 for the second most recent, and 1/6 for the third most recent. So really, you're not using the full value, just a portion of it. Why did I start it with the 1/6 and went to 1.5? Exactly because it's telling you 1/2 for the most recent. Let's just say that we are in week 7 of our classes. Okay, so which one would be the most recent week? Would it be week 6? You would not be week uh, 4, for example. Okay, so that's why I have put the other way around. I'm putting the most recent, second most recent, third most recent. So let's close this over here and let's start the problem. It's also telling you right here, it's also asking you, just delete one here so you can see it, to do a 3-week weighted moving average. So for the 3 weeks, we're not going to have anything. So we're going to start on the 4 value, week 4, which it's gonna be, you're gonna do equals to, let's start the problem. The first value, the oldest value, times the weight, 1/6. And let's go ahead and press the F4 key on your keyboard to always refer to 1/6. Okay, the first one is gonna always refer to 1/6 plus the second value, second week, times its weight, which is 1/3. And let's go ahead and do the key 1/4, the key F4 to make sure you always refers to 1/3, plus the last value, the week 3, is a 3 week. So we're doing first value, second value, third value. We're multiplying week 1 by its weight, which is the oldest, by 1/6, week 2, the second most recent, by 1/3, and the last one, which is the most recent to our value, by 1.5 times 1.5. So we're just using half of that value. Okay. And then I'm going to press the key F4 on your keyboard to make sure that it always, when we copy this formula down, it always refers to these values and doesn't update to something else. Enter. There we go. So now all we need to do is just to drag this down. Let me go here to the second one and see what it tells you on this formula. Now it's telling you to use a 3-week moving average again. We're starting on week 2, right here, B5, column B, row 5, B5 times, and then it's multiplying the first or the oldest value by 1/6 plus my second value, 19B6, times my second most recent, which is 1/3, plus the last one, the most recent, times the most recent 1.5. And that's how we did for the whole table. Okay, if you want to even go ahead and predict for the next one, that would be your value. You don't need that. You're not being asked that. Okay, so for A, you have completed that. You use the weight of half for the most recent, 1/3 for the second most recent, 1/6 for the third most recent, and you complete the 3-weighted moving average forecast. Okay, let's go ahead and calculate. Well, you could actually go ahead here and put done, something to that extent. Do you prefer this weighted moving average to the unweighted? That means the 100% for each value. And to remember that the MSE, the mean square error for unweighted, moving average is 10.22. So if we get anything over here higher than 10.22, the unweighted is still going to be better. Okay, so let's go to calculate that. We're just going to do the what the forecaster just did minus our value, and we can just drag it down. And now we're going to square that error. Error square, square error. We're going to do the value, carry 2. We're going to drag this down. And okay, and then how do you, oh, let me format. That's just a matter of formatting. There we go. How do we know what is the mean square error? Well, the mean square error, or the average square error, is the average of the square error values, which is 11.49. So let's go over here and let's do equals to, or should we put a 3-week uh, moving average? Let's moving average. Let me just like this. Or should I do 3-week weighted moving average? It's equals to 11.49. Remember what I just said. If you find anything higher than 10.22, definitely your unweighted moving average, or that means the full values are better. So do you prefer? No, we do prefer the unweighted. Uh, did I misspell something? No, moving average. There we go. I have to worry, but I don't like when it's not. Doesn't show right. But that's okay. Let's go to the last one. Suppose you're allowed to choose any weights as long, oh, here you go, one more. As long as they sum to one, 100%. Could you always find a set of weights that will make the MSE smaller for a weight moving average? And let me see if I can format this here. There we go. For a weighted moving average than for an unweighted moving average and why or not? Yes. Well, the only difference here, if you think about it, is that for the unweighted moving average, they are all equal, the values. They're all up to 100%, correct? For the weighted moving average, they're just using a portion of it. So if you modify these values, yes, definitely you could. So suppose you're like, well, could you always find? Yes, we could always modify the weighted values to um, make the MSE smaller as long as they sum to 1. Um, the unweighted moving average only differs in that use the values at 100%. And then you would be done with problem 8. I'm trying to format it, but I just don't want to have a long video because I'm here trying to formatting. So make sure that you do refer to the videos. I'll try my best to have videos every week for the problems. I do understand that sometimes the reading can be confusing, and that's why I do these videos for you. If make sure I'm always able to see your calculations. If there are no calculations, if you just type the numbers in here, no points are gonna be earned. So you don't have to spell the formula for me. I can just go here in formulas, show formulas, and I can see if you actually inserted formulas. Okay, the best thing is to refer to the templates that I provide to you all every week, because then you already have the questions and the formatting all together.